right of your screen, you can see a bridge. This is called the Jubilee Bridge, a former rail bridge in West Bengal, and it was opened to the public in 1885. So it was a former rail bridge. It is no more functional, and it has been decommissioned. Some other bridge has been built in its place. So why, for what specific reason was it named the Jubilee Bridge? That's my question. Simple, give me the reason why this bridge was called the Jubilee Bridge. Think of the year 1885 and think of the word Jubilee. Something might strike your mind. Go for obvious guesses. So in the second question, we have a video. So let's see that. So you saw a wonderful video and a song from one of the audiobooks by a best-selling author. So this song and the audiobook is about a legend of forest goddess. So you have to just tell me which legend or where can you find this legend. So from which specific geographical location is the legend about, and the other part is what is the legend all about. Okay, let's move to question number 3. J.Z. Colville, an employee of the East India Company, was ordered to allot separate areas as per the occupation of the communities. The residents of these settlements were to provide their services to the company as and when needed. As a result, the various suburbs of this metropolis were developed. So we are talking about a metropolitan city. You have to guess which one. The most significant among them was an area spread across 5 acres of land, which was given to the potters. So that is the important clue. It was allotted to the potters, which later became the bedrock of a certain profession in the city. So which locality am I referring to and which profession? So there are no more potters anymore, like they are not practicing exactly the art of pottery currently, but yeah, they work with clay and all. So that is a clue. So identify the locality as well as the profession. Let's move to the fourth question. Okay, Posh Mela is an annual fair and festival that takes place to mark the harvest season. Commencing on the 7th day of the month of Posh, the fair officially lasts for 3 days. So it ends on the 10th. The key characteristic of this fair includes live performances of Bengali folk music such as bauls and kirtans. So first part of the question is, where is this festival held every year? Now, since its inception, it has been not been held thrice. So since its inception, it has not been held thrice. First, due to Bengal famine in 1923, and recently due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So, for what reason was the Mela not held in the third instance? So, it was somewhere between Bengal famine and COVID-19. Of course, the second instance is somewhere between the Bengal famine and the COVID. So, first part, you have to tell me which festival. First part, you have to tell me where is this festival held every year, and for the second part, you have to tell me for what specific reason in Indian history was this not held for the second time. That is between Bengal famine of 1943 and the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's move to the fifth question. On 14th October, a few years back, the then West Bengal Minister Shubhendu Adhikari inaugurated a unique restaurant named Victoria, which he described as a gift to the people of the city before Durga Puja. The restaurant is run by the Victoria Group. Sanjeev Goswami, the director, said that they are offering 2 sittings during the lunch and 2 during dinner, and for pujas an additional till service from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. is functional. The restaurant has been so designed to accommodate 27 guests, so that is a big clue that only 27 guests can be held, and the menu features authentic Bengali cuisine. So this restaurant and the various other tie-ups are part to the revamp and give sustainability to a certain thing that is no longer a preferred choice for the people of the city. So what is so unique about the restaurant, or what is this certain thing that is being revamped? So the answer is similar. Think that people don't use it anymore. It's not their preferred choice due to better maintained technology, I would say, and there only 27 guests can be seated in the restaurant. So that is a clue. So where is this restaurant being developed? Let's move to the sixth question. Okay, an assay master is a chief officer appointed to try the weight and fitness of the precious metals. A certain person arrived in India in 1819 at the tender age of 20 and was appointed as the assay master of the Calcutta Mint. He developed a great interest in Indian history and culture, and this interest was only deepened when he was transferred to Banaras, where he lived and also created a series of watercolors. So he also used to paint. However, his moment of fame came in 1830 when he was transferred back to Calcutta Mint, where his boss Wilson had been puzzling over a series of coins found from Rajasthan and Punjab, and he offered to catalog those coins, and rest, as they say, is history. So what did the assay master do famously, for the first part? And second part, which famous location in City of Joy is named after? We have a few photos, I think, from his time from Banaras. This is one of the sketches, the famous parts of Banaras, and second one, these are a series of watercolors by him. So yeah, you don't have to name the person. Like in a way, you have to, like a place in the City of Joy is named after him, which features his name, of course. And the second one, first part was that you have to tell me what famous work did he do in 1830 while he was cataloging those coins. Question number 7. You see a photo on your right. So this jail was established in the later half of the 18th century. So one of the famous inmates was imprisoned here on some fake charges because he exposed corruption done by Varian Haskins. So the inmate later went on to establish something historic a few years later. So first part is, what did he establish? Now, during the first half of the 19th century, the jail was shifted to its current location, right? So for what reason was the jail shifted? Two-part question. First part says, so what did this famous inmate who was put in for a fake charge of corruption because he had exposed Varian Hastings? So he went on to establish something a few years later after he went out of jail. And second half was during the first half of the 19th century, this jail was shifted to make way for something. So for what reason was the jail shifted? Question number 8. So this is a small question. Bhim Chandra was a Bengali confectioner. He renamed his most famous creation because they were specially made for the birthday of this woman. So what creation am I rambling about? So it was kind of a word play or breaking of words into the local language of this lady, and that's how the item was named. What was this famous creation? Okay, question number 9. During the British period, the rest houses in the mail route were referred by this name. So this dish was a simple dish that the caretakers of such houses used to cook. This dish has never been about elaborate cooking or exotic spices back then. Instead, it was cooked with the basic spices available at the remote points, because these rest houses were located at remote points, and whatever ingredients were available at that time, so they used to put it together, and it was made by the caretakers of these houses. So what fiery dish am I examining? So it's a spicy dish. Sorry. So what fiery dish am I rambling about? So it's a spicy dish. Think of names of dishes which have something to do with houses or something like that. Okay, let's move to question number 10. Excuse me. Yeah. So in 2004, BBC's Bengali service did a poll to vote for the greatest Bengali of all time. So out of the 140 nominations, BBC declared the top 20, and the results were announced on Poila Boishakh. That is the first day of the year. That is the Bengali New Year. By what nickname was the topper known by? So whoever was at the number 1, he is known by a famous nickname. which you would have heard in a sporting context as well. So just tell me what was the nickname. For the second part, in the list was a very unique entry which comprised of a group of individuals who came to limelight about 7 decades ago, and their sufferings is commemorated by an international organization on a particular day every year. So who were these people? Rest were individuals, but at some point, at some number, was this group of people who came to limelight about 7 decades ago, and they are known till date because the international organization commemorates him through a day every year. So who are these people? Question number 11. Seth is a Bengali surname derived from Shreshti, meaning businessman. The Seths originally came from Gujarat during the 15th century and settled in Saptagram, Bengal, and were engaged in primarily trading in cotton. So which GI tag product was named so because it was the principal ingredient in preparation of prasad offered to the family deity of the Seths. So basically, Seths used to have a family deity whom they used to revere and worship, and the prasad that was given to this deity was made out of this ingredient. So that's how the ingredient got its name. So which GI tag product? So Adi Saptagram is a place which got historical importance in West Bengal and is infested with several old temples. However, something worth worldwide appreciation was done here in 1952. The Kans grass of the field were eaten up by bovine creatures while it was in process, and as a result, it took more than a year for completion till the advent of the next season, so that the flower grew. What am I talking about? So something was happening here in 1952, and what happened is there was a grass of cars that was over the field, but however, the bovine creatures, that is the cattle, grazed over them, and it was all destroyed. So the process took about a year, so they had to wait a year to complete the process. And next season, when the grass was blooming again, so it happens generally during Durga Puja around that time. And so, what am I wrong? So, what was happening here in somewhere in 1950? Question number 13. So you can see a picture of curry powder. So this spice mix is created by a blend of 9 different spices and claims to be made up of authentic natural ingredients. So after which young clerk was it named? Young clerk as in when he was young, he was a clerk. So that's how people don't know him. Later he went on to become, rise up the ladders and went on to become much more famous. So after whom is this spice mix? X was a well-known Indian scientist and a teacher and one of the first modern Indian chemical researchers. He discovered the stable compound mercurous nitrite in 1896 and established Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceutical Works Limited, India's first pharmaceutical company in 1901. He was interested in ancient texts and after much research published the history of Hindu chemistry in 2 volumes in 1902 and in 1904. So the work detailed extensive knowledge of metallurgy and medicine in ancient India. So who is this famous Indian who is rightly called the father of Indian chemistry? This is This is Jacques Corbin, a famous French archaeologist, while talking of a certain tradition, says the origins are linked to prehistoric times. According to him, hordes of wild bovine terrified the early Neolithic people so much that it was personified as evil. So this reference can also be found in a Harappan tablet. However, this has no connection to the legend, but it does point to certain linkages. So this is the supposed explanation of what tradition / personification. Remember, the Neolithic people were terrified of the wild bovine, to think of what can bovine be, and this is how they were personified as evil. Think of the context of the quiz and give me an answer. This is the supposed explanation of what tradition or personification. Okay, so let's move to question number 6. To celebrate 70 years of Indo-Italian bilateral ties, the Indian Museum, that is in Calcutta, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, and the Consulate General of Italy in Kolkata, the Italian Embassy Culture Center, New Delhi, in association with Basu Foundation for the Arts, organized a special exhibition from 16 November to 15 December 2018. A Buddha statue in Bhumi Sparsha Mudra from Myanmar, a Rabab from Afghanistan, a boat from Andaman and Nicobar Islands, along with some 20 installations by Italian artist Pietro Ruffo, will highlight the history of a certain human activity. So Ruffo was quoted saying that it is a complex phenomenon, grappling not for 1 or 2 centuries but by human activity since prehistoric times. So just tell me, what is this exhibition all about? So basically, we have been engaging as humans in this activity since prehistoric times, and that is what the whole installation and the museum, that is what the whole installation and the exhibition is all about. So you have a pic in the next slide of Pietro Ruffo in one of his. So Pietro Ruffo in one of his installations. So see what you can see and think of the activity for which we have been engaging since prehistoric times. 70. Okay, so you can see a grave. It is located in the Kolkata St. James Church and lost its luster. It is made of a special kind of gneiss rock brought in from South India. So once by chance, a certain Mr. Holland stumbled upon the tomb and found out that it was made of the same rock which he had been researching, and hence he named the rock after this person. So two-part question: whose tomb is this? And the second part is, if you know the person, you should know what is his most famous contribution to India. Question. The answer might be in the question itself. That's a clue. So let's move to question number 18. Okay, so here I have given a list of few best-selling books. So you have to tell me the name of the author. Okay, the names of the books are Himalaya Hidocompo, Atlantic Atonko, Shahara Shihoron, Vancouver Vampire, Honduras Haga. And all of this book features a fictional detective, and that name of him was Proctor Ruffo. So, who is the author of this best-selling novels? Himalaya Hidocompo, Atlantic Atonko, Shahara Shihoron, Vancouver Vampire, and Honduras Haga. And it features a fictional detective by the name of Proctor Ruffo. Let's move to question number 19. Harry Hobbs was a chronicler from Calcutta. In one of his essays from the book John Barleycorn Bahadur, he talks about a strange but exotic import from the United States. He once hurriedly reached the docks after a servant informed him about this bizarre import. He says, "I was allowed to peep into the abyss, which contained the treasure, in square mass of pure crystal packed carefully but scientific." So what bizarre imports is Hobbes rambling about here? So it is very bizarre that such kind of things are imported, but it was done so, and from US, and it's made of pure crystal. It looked like a pure crystal, and it was in square. It was in the shape of a square, and they were packed carefully but scientifically. So those are the lines you should focus on. Okay, let's move to question number 20. So among many other things that we associate X with, she helped J.C. Bose get funding for his research and took his work to the world. X also helped set up the Bengal School of Art and was supposedly the inspiration behind the famous painting Bharat Mata by Abanindranath Tagore. So who am I rambling? So this is the painting Bharat Mata by Abanindranath Tagore. And this lady also helped J.C. Bose to get funding for his research, and she also helped set up the Bengal School of Art. So, who is this famous lady? Okay. In the late 1700s, a group of 12 members. In the late 1700s, a group of 12 men were rudely refused entry to a Durga Puja underway at a local zamindar's house. Angry at the refusal, they decided to start their own puja. Thus started a new trend. So what trend is this that is named after this group of 12 friends? So think and translate the words 12 friends and you will get to your answer. Think that since it was a private puja in local zamindar's house, they were not allowed to enter, and they started their own puja. So what are such pujas called, which is named after this group of 12 friends? I want a specific term. Let's move to question number 22. Okay, the Bangladeshi NGO Vidya Nando has launched a program called Ek Takai Ahar, which refers to food for a single penny. Under this program, hundreds of street-dwelling children, beggars, elderly people, etc., are given packets of meal for a mere 1 taka. That is the currency of Bangladesh. So, for what particular reason do they not give the food for free, but charge a meager amount of 1 taka? Think logically. So, they don't give it for free for a specific reason. Hence, they have priced it at a meager amount, that is of 1 taka. So, why did they do this? Let's move to question number 23. Okay, during the 18th century, enriched by British exploitation, a local Sufi fakir, his name was Karim Shah, led a movement in tribal areas near Moimansingh. The movement took a religious tone and brought them against orthodox religious groups and termed them as madmen, and the movement as followers of the mad sect. So, which movement am I talking about? This was one of the first movements that was against the British rule. And think of the word madmen and the movement as followers of the mad sect. So, think of the word mad. So, that is a clue. So, let's move to question number 24. Okay, Bhupendranath Bose was a politician and president of INC in its 1914 session, which was held at Madras. But his most famous contribution was about 2.5 decades back when he presided over a meeting held in North Kolkata, which symbol of Indian resistance was thus formed under the presidency of Mr. Bose. So, whatever is we are talking about started 2 decades before before he became the president of INC. So make your calculations and tell me what symbol of Indian resistance was thus formed under the presidency of Mr. Bose. Easy one. Let's move to question number 25. Okay, scripted by Bani Kumar and with music composed by Pankaj Mollik, this project has been running for about 9 decades now. It is known for the iconic involvement of a person who gives the project its unique flavor, so much so that an attempt to replace him with the actor Uttam Kumar was met with huge approach. So, who was this person? He is a staple for a single day every year, and I'm pretty sure every one of us has seen, heard, or known about him. So, identify this. It also talks about music and script, so that might be a clue. So, let's move to question number 26. This age-old tradition was started by Swami Vivekananda with respect to Durga Puja in the year 1901 at the Ramakrishna Ashram, Belur Mutt, in appreciation of Sri Ramakrishna's devotion to Divine Mother and faith in Mother's worship. So, what tradition? So, this tradition was started by Swami Vivekananda in Belur Mutt. That is the headquarters of Ramakrishna Ashram. And this was done because Ramakrishna, his guru, was very much devoted to the Divine Mother and his worship and her worship. So, what tradition am I talking about? Let's move to question number 27. The name of the dish literally means the dried leaves of a bitter juice plant. Several reports claim that it is a dish influenced by Portuguese cuisine. Post-colonization, it was believed Portuguese settlers had developed this dish with locally available ingredients and used it as a palate refresher. However, most others disregard it and say the dish was available much before the advent of the Portuguese. So, which dish am I rambling about? Think of dried leaves. Think of the word dried in your own language, and you might stumble upon the answer. Yeah, let's move to question number 28. So the name literally means good writing. The name came about only when shopkeepers asked what the product was called. The name was supposedly given by India's cultural ambassador Rabindranath Tagore. While the company does not have any proof of this, the Maitra family has chosen to go with the story. So it became so popular that the UN invited them to set up 2 factories in Africa. So much famous that United Nations invited this company to set up 2 factories in Africa. So what symbol of resistance? That was relaunched in 3 colors. These 3 colors are scarlet red, executive black, and royal blue. very famous product. And the final question. Yeah, so pujas around Bengal are known for their unique themes. So this pandal from Babu Bagan in Kolkata is laden with books and celebrates the 200th anniversary of a very important event that changed the history of modern India. So, what event? I think we have a picture. So yeah, this is the picture, and this event is supposedly changed the whole modern Indian history. So they are celebrating the 200th year of this anniversary. So what important event? Go back to the question quickly, and the question as told by Vishnu won't be repeated. You can rewind and answer. So you have 1 minute starting from now, after which the forms will be closed and the answers will be revealed. Okay, so that's your time. So let's go and see the answers. So this bridge, and it was called the Jubilee Bridge. So I asked what was the reason that it was called the Jubilee Bridge, and the answer, I think most people got it. It was the 50th anniversary of the so it was the 50th anniversary of the reign of Queen Victoria. So she's ascended the throne in 1835. So 1885 it was her 50th anniversary jubilee. So that's why the bridge was called Jubilee Bridge. Second question. I asked about what is the legend. The legend is of Mon Bibi, or the forest goddess, and she was from Sundarbans. So half an hour on this. JC Holwell, two-part again. So which city, which locality and what profession? Of course, this is Durga Puja quiz, and we can't have Durga Puja with the famous potter means Kumar and Kumar Tuli. Yeah, so Kumar Tuli, and of course making of Durga idols. I told that they are not anymore related to pottery, but they are related to clay, and all the murtis are made out of clay, and Kumar means potter. So yeah, let's move to question number 4. So where is this Mela held every year, and what was the other reason? So it was not much later. It was 1946 direct action day, just calling the Muslim League, because there was widespread violence. So in remembrance of the victims, they did not have Mela that year, and it is of course held in Shantiniketan. Okay. Question number 5. So what is so unique about these restaurants? So they are no more used. So these are the tram restaurants. Okay. So trams are very famous, but they are slow, so people don't like it. Anyway, question number 6. So who was this essay master? What did the essay master do, and which famous place? This has a ghat, and he also has a ghat named after him. And this is James Prinsep. He deciphered of course the Brahmi and the Kharosthi script, and the Prinsep Ghat in Kolkata is named after him. So Prinsep Ghat and Brahmi and Kharosthi. That's what I wanted. Question number 7. Okay, so who was the famous inmate? He started very first thing, that is the first newspaper of India, that is Bengal Gazette. And for what reason was the jail shifted? That is for building the famous Victoria Memorial. Okay, let's question number 8. I'm looking for the name of a sweet here. This is Lady Canning, and the sweet is Lady Kinney. Okay, it's a type of Patua, and it's called Lady Kinney. Okay, after Lady Canning, let's go to question number 9. So during this period, so these rest houses were called what? They were called dark bungalows. Okay, because post has moved to this, and the dish is called chicken duck bungalow. Okay, because these were made in this houses. Question number 10. So who were these people? Who was the first one? He is not an Indian, but from Bangladesh. He is the father of the nation. Bangabandhu is known as Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and of course the Bhasha Andolan martyrs. Happened in 1952. Okay, so which GI type product am I talking about? So the DT was Govinda. So Govinda Bhog rice. That's what we are looking for. Govinda Bhog rice. Okay, question number 12 was about Adi Saptagram. So which famous thing was happening? So it was a scene from an iconic film. What else but Pother Pachali and the famous train scene from Pother Pachali. Yeah, so this scene. So actually the glasses died, so they had to do it again. Or wait for a year to do it again. So who was this young clerk? Of course, this is Robert Clive. He came to India as a clerk and became the Governor General. Okay, so who is this father of Indian chemistry? I think this is one of the easiest questions of the quiz, and the answer I'm looking for is Acharya P.C. Ray. Okay. Prafulla Chandra Ray. P.C. Ray or Prafulla Chandra Ray would do. So what was this all about? Personification. So bovine is buffalo, and evil. So buffalo and evil is Mahisasur. So that is why Mahisasur is being depicted as a buffalo. Okay. Let's move to question 16. So this is simple. We didn't have to think much about it. So the one thing that we have been engaging in for so long is migration. So people move from Africa to other places, and there are other various theories about it. So the history of migration. Okay. So let's move to question number 17. So whose grave is this, and contribution? What was his contribution to India? The contribution was there itself. So he started the city of Kolkata, and this is the grave of Job Charnock, person who founded the city of Kolkata. Job Charnock and the city of Kolkata would do. Yeah, so this is a tricky question. So this is these are the novels within a novel, within novels of Feluda, and the author is of course Jatayu, Akka, also known as Lal Mohan Ganguly. So this is from the Feluda series. Let's move to question number 19. So what bizarre import is Fox talking about here? It is a great chronicler. So this is ice. Okay, so they used to import ice from US, surprisingly. Let's move to question number 20. So for whom is this painting made? By Abanindranath Tagore, famous disciple of Swami Vivekananda. This is Sister Nivedita. Question number 21. In the late 1700s, a group of 12 men, so 12 men, and they were friends. So 12 means Baro and Yari, so Barowari. So Barowari Puja or Sarvajanic Puja. So I just want Barowari, no other answers accepted. This is question number 21. Barowari Puja, that is held publicly. It's a common thing now. And why this 8 taka ahar? And answer I'm looking for here is so that people think that they've earned it and not begged for it. So if you give it for free, it is like demeaning or disrespectful to those people. So they've put it at 1 rupees. Question 23. So it says mad and a movement. So this is Pagal Panthi movement. Okay? Pagal meaning mad and sect means Panthi. So Pagal Panthi movement. Question number 24. So a sports question. All people who miss this will pick themselves. The answer to this is Mohan Bagan. Now it's ATK Mohan Bagan, but Mohan Bagan would do. Question number 25. I said it's a staple for everyone at least once, at least for a day every year, and this is the voice of Virendra Krishna Patra, who did the famous Mahishasur Mardini on All India Radio that airs on Mahalaya. So this age-old tradition and Divine Mother. So this is from Belur Math, and pretty popular. On every year on the Mahashtami, there is a Kumari Puja where they revere and worship a small girl child. So it's called Kumari Puja. Kumari Puja is the only answer I'll accept on this. Question number 26, Kumari Puja. Question number 27. So what dish again is this? So dried means shukna or shukho or sukha, and the answer is shukto. That's the answer. Okay, let's move to question 28. So what product? It says good writing. Good meaning Su and Lekha. So the answer I'm looking for is Sulekha ink. Sulekha ink, pretty famous. I think we all have written once at a time when we started writing with pens. And the last question. So what did it celebrate? And the answer is the 200th year of Bengal Renaissance. Because books and knowledge. So Bengal Renaissance is the answer I'm looking for.